Back in November, the Eagles lost a thriller in their first matchup against the Cowboys. Can Dallas finish the sweep? Find out next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 62 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses have better focus on.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. But hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 84 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Prescott from the gun. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this, but I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Hurts. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Arnold. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the Cowboys' 5-yard line.
Penny up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Prescott now on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored. Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They go play action with Hurts. Shifts by him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The man in motion is Brown. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Prescott's throw there, caught by Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Left side to Lamb.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We saw a strong first half from the veteran running back, Rashad Penny. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And here's Lewis. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Inside handoff, Penny. Nifty move. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And they'll accept that penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Hurts fumbles it. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Back now in Arlington. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now here come the Cowboys. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this run.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Penny, a first down carry. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it brings up third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Prescott. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Prescott off play action. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. To the air again, Prescott. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. To throw is Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One last shot at the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Eagles, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.